Hello, in this lecture we'll be discussing the molecular formula, the structural formula and the empirical formula. These might sound quite hard, but they are very simple, quite very much simple. Could be understood by anyone. There are actually three types of formulas. I'll write them down. Let me reduce the size. Something's wrong. Okay. Molecular formula. Then the next one, empirical formula. The next one, the structural formula. Structural formula. Okay. These are the main important types of formulas you've seen in many chemistry questions. These come in mainly the stoichiometry problems, Avogadro's mole concept problems, etc. Okay, what is a molecular formula? It's just the simple main formula of a molecule. For example, I'll tell all these with an example. I will take example C6H6. What is that? It's benzene. Now, what is the molecular formula for benzene? The molecular formula is C6H6 itself. Same thing. Now, what is the empirical formula? The empirical formula, what, I'll do another color. The empirical formula is not C6H6, but when a molecule has different atoms with different numbers, these numbers. Okay, we cut off the highest common factor. Here it is 6, so we get it as CH. Right? Now that is the empirical formula for benzene. Now what is the structural formula? Structural formula is mainly, it comes into application in organic chemistry when you come with a lot of things called, one of the complicated things are tert. You get a lot of complicated carbon chains, 2,6-tert butyl, isodecanol. That's quite complicated. Okay, that is the structural formula. For the benzene, the formula is like this. You have 6 C, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 hydrogen, right? 6 hydrogen. As you know, hydrogen can only form single bonds, right? They have only one electron with them, so only single bonds. So in order to satisfy, we have a single bond here, so 4, we need a double bond. We have a double bond, 4, 6, a single bond, a double bond, a single bond, and a double bond. Now this is the structural formula for benzene, and in different these occur in I'll do for it a simple molecule, H2O. The structural formula, we have 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen, right? So the molecular formula, I'll do it in blue since water is blue. This is the structural formula for water, H2O. I'll do for CO2. How is CO2? Yeah, CO2 has a double bond, CO2, right? 4, 4, yeah, 8. Yes, that is CO2. Now that is a structure formula. Now let's do some examples. Okay, I'll give you a problem. Why don't you pause my video and try it out by yourself, and do check whether the answer is right. Okay, try glucose. You might have learned in biology that glucose is C6H12O6. Now try it out by yourself. Pause it. Okay, here's the answer. The molecular formula. What is the molecular formula? Molecular formula. It's the same. C6H12O6. Right? Now, what is the empirical formula? The empirical formula. First, we'll write the molecular formula. O6. We'll have to cancel out, right? Yes. So the highest common factor 6. We cut it out. 2. Yes. So the empirical formula is CH2. Sorry, CH2O for glucose. What is the structural formula? I don't actually know the structural formula. You know what? The structural formula is not important, and it's quite hard when it comes to long carbon chains, so you just forget it. Just do the molecular and empirical formula. We'll do more with structural formula when it comes to organic chemistry. Okay, now one more example that will make you thorough. Okay, I'll give you a simple one. Yeah, simple one. Sulfur molecule. Oops. Sulfur molecule S8. What is the molecular formula for S8? It is S8, right? Now what comes for such a compound, such a molecule with just one element in it? What comes? The empirical formula comes S, since that's the only highest common factor over there. It cuts itself. I mean, it cuts the only value over there. Okay, the empirical formula is S. Now, what is next? Okay, I'll give you one more. Okay, for the next one we need next topic we have to study is molecular mass. For that we need a periodic table, and I currently don't have one in this lecture, so I will give you one, and another one. Let me think. Yeah, okay. K2 Cr2 O2. Now you might wonder what that is. It's a big word, so I'm using this. It is potassium dichromate. That's how it is known. It is potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate. Okay, now what is the molecular formula? The molecular formula is same thing, right? This is the molecular formula. Now what the hell is the empirical formula? It's quite clear. It is KCrO, right? Okay, so I hope you have got an idea of what an empirical formula and a molecular formula is. In most of the problems and in most of these problems related to the stoichiometry and mole, you get the compound, you get the molecular formula in the question, and you get it at, for example, K2Cr2, you get it as K2Cr2O2, or sometimes it may come as find the molecular formula, and if you don't know what a molecular formula is, then you can't answer the question. So that's why I told you this, and that's why I took a whole lecture to explain this. Okay, bye. See you in the next lecture where I'll install a periodic table.